Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would do my top 10 for life. So it's been a wild year of fragrances through 2023. I got to try so many amazing fragrances, but I thought I would just hone in on the fragrances that are currently in my collection. I'm not actually sure how many that is, and share with you the 10 that I just can't live without for whatever reason. So I've got a mixture of summer, winter, all year rounds, just the ones that I just, when I thought about it, I couldn't live without them. Now that said, it was actually hard to do because I can't live without more than 10. I need way more than that. And the other thing that's just insane is how guilty I feel. Like I feel like I'm cheating on certain fragrances if they didn't make the cut for whatever reason. This was quite brutal to do, and my heart is pained a little bit because there's so many more that I would actually include. Maybe sometime I should do a top 20. But I did whittle it down to these 10 for whatever reason. They're just so special to me. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. So these are in no random order. The first one is Lexus by Nina Ricci. Now, bizarrely, I don't reach for this one very often because I'm always, like, as soon as I smell it, man, it's so good. I'm always reaching for other things and testing them. But whenever I put this one on, it's one of those times where I'll go, I enjoy wearing it the whole entire time. I find Lexus really projects well. I know there was a lot of hype around the pink one and the black one, but honestly, this original one is my absolute favorite. And the reason why is because it's a little bit clearer. It's just a little bit more feminine to me. The longevity is phenomenal, and you get the rose, the raspberry, and the caramel. So I notice all three of those components, and all three are some of my favorite notes. So this has everything that I want in a fragrance. It's feminine, it's alluring, it's sophisticated, slightly sexy, and lasts a decent amount of time. So love this one. Next fragrance is Terracotta by Geran. This one is more for summer. So this, it's so freaking amazing. It's got a little bit of a tropical feel. Tiare, a hint of coconut. There's ylang ylang in here. There's jasmine. What I primarily get is the tiare and a little bit of ylang ylang. The coconut is really faint to me, so it's quite floral. It gives me the feel of Moroccan oil, like the hair products. There's a little bit of almost a warm, oily feel in this one. There's some vanilla in here as well. It just smells very luxe. So it smells like you're at the beach, but you're not at any normal beach. You're at some sort of Maldives situation on your private island, and you sit back in some sort of very luxurious chaise lounge. There's billowy curtains blowing because you've got a cabana behind you, and you've got your own private chef and maitre d' and all these people waiting on you. And then you go for a massage, and then you go horseback riding down the beach with your significant other, and then you go somewhere really sophisticated for supper. You'd be wearing this. So it definitely gives you that holiday relaxed vibe, but it's so rich smelling. It smells very, very bougie to me. This ain't no sunscreen for the pool smell. In fact, I don't find this to be sunscreeny at all, but I just love wearing it. I find it relaxing when I put it on. I notice it for quite a while, like 4 or 5 hours in the summer. About 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. So it's not super long lasting, but it's also not overpowering. And in the summer, that's what I want. But there's never a time that I don't put this on that I don't feel sophisticated and classy and relaxed. Next one is new to the collection, but so amazing, and that is SABLE GRIS by Experimental Perfume Club. I don't even know how to describe this. Like when I smell it, it's not like I go, oh, there's this in it and that in it and this in it. It just smells good. It just smells smooth. It smells like there's some sandalwood in there. It smells like there's like a bit of a tea feel. It's just kind of a creamy, smooth, woody, tea-like fragrance to me. So there's a ton of notes in this, including leather and tobacco, but sometimes I find notes like that feel a little bit harsh. This is so smooth. Like it smells almost like silk. It doesn't show any tea in this at all, but to me, it somehow smells like tea. There's cardamom, turmeric, ginger, oak moss, all sorts of different things. But it's just so beautifully smooth. There is sandalwood, and I definitely get that in here. But yeah, it feels almost silky. It's so beautifully blended. Very sophisticated, and I think of Ralph Lauren. So if you ever see Ralph Lauren commercials where everybody's wearing tweed and leather and kind of a horse, like an equestrian type vibe, that's the feel that I get in this somehow. Sophisticated, bougie, old money, smooth, luxe, rich, but not bam in your face. It's very, very much understated elegance. So love this fragrance. Very sophisticated. I think you could wear this actually all year round, but it is a little bit heavier, so you'd have to go lighter in the warmer months. But I just find this to be so sophisticated and elegant, definitely unisex. Now this one, I almost started with it because it's just a no-brainer. It was the top of the list. It's never going to not be on my top 10 list, and that is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. Now this one, you know, it's been around for so long, but it's just perfect to me. Like honestly, there's like, if I had to go down to one perfume, I know I would keep this one because it's just such an easy reach. So you get some warm orange, sweet, like quite sweet, not overly citrus feel, more of a sweeter orange, mixed with a whole myriad of florals, drying down to a little bit of a vanillic woody base, but you never lose the orange or the florals. So there is development in this for sure. It absolutely morphs, and the longevity is like 10 or more hours. But when I wear this one, I always get compliments. It smells sophisticated, classy, feminine. And it also has special memories for me because I got this one Mother's Day, and for whatever reason, it just really touched my heart that they got me this. So it reminds me of my family. It reminds me of my son and my husband. And they're amazing. Why am I bawling? It's a perfume. But it's my family. I just love my husband and my son. So love this fragrance. It reminds me of better times in a lot of ways. Oh, I'm a wreck now. And I just never get sick of this one either. Now, a more kind of sophisticated, opulent one that I save more for kind of special occasions and think more nighttime romance, evening, fancy party type fragrance is Blackbird by Untamed Perfumes. This one, beautiful, and it's that spicy, jammy rose sandalwood combination. So it's not like you can't find other ones, but this one to me is just so beautiful. I love the sandalwood. I love the jamminess. I love the spiciness in this. I love the longevity of it. It's just gorgeous, and it just feels so opulent and rich. Plus, I just love Sunyata. She's the one that created it. She's the founder of Untamed Perfumes. So for me, fragrance is not just about how good it smells. It's about what it reminds me of, who it reminds me of. All of those things play a part in my lifer. So this is one of my lifers because she somehow has become one of my lifers. I love her. Her and her family, they're all just wonderful. So the fragrance is gorgeous. It smells rich, sophisticated, opulent, like I think brownstone, New York, Christmas time fragrance. This is it. But other than that, like I just really love Sunyata as well. But the fragrance, it's so gorgeous. So this one is similar to me to Santal Royal by Geran, but I like this one better. I think it's smoother, and I think it's a little bit sweeter, so love it. Now, another fragrance, this one I vacillated because like there's some that fit in this category, but the one I went with was Scandal à Paris. I love the honey in it. It feels fresh. It feels energizing to me. It's got pear in the opening. I really love La Belle too. So I was kind of agonizing between the two. La Belle, I love the way La Belle smells, but this one, for some reason, is just really wearable for day wear. You can wear it in the winter, but I tend to reserve it for spring and summer because the longevity isn't amazing on it. Like you get about 4 or 5 hours out of this one. But I really, really enjoy it. I love the honey in it. I love the pear component. And then I think this one has jasmine. I think it's got jasmine. I could be wrong. It's up on the screen, but I really enjoy wearing this, and my husband really likes it too. So that's another reason why it's a keeper. He doesn't comment on a lot of fragrances, so when he does, I take note. Now, the next two are fragrances that are very new to my collection, but I know that they're in my top 10 for life for sure. The first is Baroque Gentle Gold by Maison Fragrance World. Now, this is inspired by Gentle Fluidity Gold, which I've smelt in the past, but haven't smelt in a long time. I don't know how similar they are, but this in its own right is just right up my alley. I don't even understand it. The notes make no sense to me. Smells a little bit fruity to me, although it's mainly balsamic. There's juniper in this one. It just smells so classy, sophisticated. Again, I feel put together. It's an easy reach if I want to just smell good, but don't want to smell like too in your face, like, whoo, I'm wearing perfume. You just want to smell good. I would put this on. This one gets me compliments as well, and it just smells bougie enough, but still everyday appropriate. So love this one, total easy reach. This is one that I just keep reaching for lately because it's my absolute favorite to put on right now. So love this. The other one that's new to my collection but is a massive keeper is Baroque Satin Oud by Maison Alhambra. And this is inspired by Oud Satin Oud by MFK as well. This is a beautiful rose oud combination, but where Blackbird is a rose sandalwood spicy, this is rose oud powdery. So there's still a bit of jamminess and sweetness in this. So it has violet in it. Maybe that's what, like I talked recently about loving Mallow by Soradora. Maybe I'm starting to really love violet. But this, you definitely get that violet, but mixed with the rose, it's so jammy and good, but it creates this beautiful, luxurious softness in this fragrance. It's a bit vanillic as well, but it is so opulent and rich. And yet again, somehow I feel like this one's quite wearable. I would tend to probably put it in a evening date night category, but that said, you could wear this anytime. And both of these, my husband really loves them. So both of these are keepers for me. But this one to me is a little bit more sexy. Again, very sophisticated, very opulent, but I love the powdery aspect of this. It makes it feel kind of like velvet. So yeah, somehow it just envelopes you in this velvety rose oud that's just so sophisticated, but there's a softness to it, no rough edges, gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. And the longevity on this is just stellar. Like I get at least 7 hours, if not more on this one, so love it. I almost didn't include this one, but then I thought, no, I need just kind of a happy-go-lucky fragrance in summer. And I had to give it to Toi, L'Impératrice by Dolce & Gabbana. This is just watermelon. There's rhubarb in here. It smells like a fresh, kind of almost like a fragrance splash. But I find this one lasts quite a long time. It's musky, like really quite musky. And I'm not normally a watermelon fan, but this has watermelon in it. I think there's rhubarb, so it's a little bit tart. It's just really relaxing, energized. It's refreshing and relaxing. And for summer, sometimes when it's really hot, this is the only thing I want to wear. So I love this one. I think it's discontinued. So it's kind of hard to find. You can get the L'Imperatrice, but the 3 L'Imperatrice is hard to come by. But yeah, I just love it. It's just such a happy fragrance. So glad I have it. Don't wear it a lot, but I would feel really sad. Like when I run out of this, I would want to get another bottle for sure. So if I can't find it, I'll be sad, but I really don't like doing the, I'm just not into the backup bottle scene. I do have one backup bottle that I know of. I think that's it. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of backup bottles because, you know, whatever. There's so much out there that I don't care about that. So I'll feel sad if this one goes and I can't get it again because I just really enjoy it. And the last one, this was hard because it was between this one and Broceliande, but this one won because it's been with me longer, and it is Lyra by Zerof from the Casmerati line. I talk about this one all the time. It's just cozy, it's warm, it's sweet, it envelopes me in somehow Starbucks lemon loaf goodness. A little bit smoky. It's complex and sophisticated, but so gourmand and yummy. The longevity is decent on it. I get lemon, even though there's no lemon in this. It's orange and lavender, I think. But it just smells thick and rich and cozy and yummy. And sometimes a girl just wants to smell like a piece of cake. And when I do, I reach for Lyra. But Broceliande by Soradora is also spectacular. It's kind of more a lime boozy gourmand somehow. They're both stellar, but yeah, this year, Lyra wins. And that is it. Those are my top 10. What about you? What are your top 10 for life? If you know what they are, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear it. And feel free to weigh in on any of mine. They'll all be linked down below wherever possible. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.